With the T.I. situation, if he did that, you're a fucking rat too. I don't spare no motherfucking body. Because if you doing anything wrong, you doing anything criminal-wise, and you cooperate with law enforcement to get you out of trouble, that means you're cooperating. That means you're a rat.
King Harris just cannot stay out of the spotlight. And this time, the noise surrounding him is louder, uglier, and more scandalous than ever.
Do you have any questions for me? I don't. Do you need anything to go with you? My phone. Your phone? Where's your phone at? Your phone. We're in the car. I'm not looking for phones. I'm looking for drugs and guns.
Forget the Waffle House brawls, the reckless driving clips, or those skipped-out court dates that had people clowning him before. This latest storm makes all of that look small. Word on the street is, his own baby mama allegedly dropped a tape, one the internet instantly labeled as a gay tape, and before anyone could even slow down to question whether it was authentic or some twisted setup, chaos erupted across every platform. Social feeds exploded, blogs ran wild, and King's name was trending everywhere like a wildfire that couldn't be stopped.
I am one of you niggas who have been to the penitentiary before, man. What happened when a motherfucker say somebody ain't right and they got there show their paperwork and they is right? What's the penalty for that? Can somebody tell me what is that punishable by?
The wildest part? These whispers ain't new. For years, people online have thrown shade about King's sexuality.
I gotta say something about this, bro. Dwayne Wade, you gone too fucking far, dog. That is a male. A 12-year-old. At 12, they don't even know what their next meal gonna be.
Some say he looked fruity. Others pushed rumors that his baby was just a cover-up move to silence the chatter.
Tell me. It been 20 years, bro. It been 20 years. I figure if I wasn't built like that, it'll show by now. It been 20 years, bro. I done faced every challenge the motherfucker that like to throw at me, man. You ain't seen me fold. You ain't seen me break down.
And now, with this so-called leak making the rounds, those same trolls got fresh ammo to keep pushing the exact same narrative louder than ever before.
Somebody tell me that.
But I'm gonna tell you like this. When I saw that, I think T.I. fucking lying.
True or not, it barely matters anymore. Because once the internet smells blood, it never lets go. And for King Harris, the claws are out and the
chaos had already exploded online.
circus is only getting bigger. And if all that wasn't wild enough, here comes Boosie, jumping headfirst into the chaos. But instead of clowning King directly, he aimed his shots straight at T.I.
With the T.I. situation, if he did that, you're a fucking rat too. I don't spare no motherfucking body. Because if you doing anything wrong, you doing anything criminal-wise, and you cooperate with law enforcement to get you out of trouble, that means you're cooperating. That means you're a rat.
That one slick move flipped the narrative completely, transforming this situation from gossip about King's personal life into a full-blown family feud. Suddenly, the internet wasn't just whispering about King. They were dissecting an all-out heavyweight rap drama. Now blogs are dragging everything into the light. Paternity rumors, King's so-called gangster cosplay, his reckless public spirals, and Boosie's own long, messy history of beef with T.I.
Yeah. King in here. That's my baby. That's my baby. Get it?
The spotlight is no longer on King alone. It's exposing the Harris family name, the foundation T.I. worked years to build, and putting it on trial in front of the entire internet. And the mess with King's baby mama? That only adds gasoline to the fire. From the moment she announced her pregnancy, people online weren't buying it at face value. The first red flag fans threw up was her age. She's older than him, and the comments were instant. Girl, you knew exactly what you were doing. The internet spun it as predatory, manipulative, and calculated.
I live with my grandma. We'll go to the house on like a weekend. They'll say, hey, we shooting today. We need y'all at the house. They'll come get me from my grandma's house,
And right after we done, when the cameras go off, I'm right back to my grandma's house. Yep.
Then came the viral clips. King holding the baby while standing awkwardly next to his baby mama. Instead of silencing doubters, those videos sparked even more debate. The comments grew harsher, the jokes got uglier, and the whispers turned into loud accusations that this entire setup was nothing more than damage control for a deeper truth the family didn't want exposed. That's when the money talk took over. The internet swore up and down that King's baby mama only had that child to lock in the Harris bag. They claimed she saw the fame, the legacy, and the millions tied to the Harris name and made her move, secure her spot in the family empire by getting pregnant.
So what I'm saying is, they wasn't
talk like that outside.
Hey, I can talk how the fuck I want to wherever I'm at. I'm on live, Shawty. Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. This ain't your fucking restaurant. This ain't your fucking restaurant. Everything you make, I can pull out my pocket right now. I ain't tripping on you. I ain't tripping. Get the hell out of my face. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Who the hell is he? What's your name? My name King. You know it and your mama know it. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. File out your shit. Come back. What? On game what? On game what? Come here. Come here. Now I'll show you what I do. Come here. I'll show you what I do. Come here. Come here. Come on.
And whether it was true or not didn't even matter. Rumors always move faster than facts online. By the time the baby was actually born, people thought the speculation would die down.
Of course, I spoke with my son. You know, me and his uncles. You know, we were perplexed by his necessity to go back and forth with the short order cook. I didn't understand why he felt he needed to stop what he was doing to engage someone who was at such another level of life. Now, I had to explain to him that, you know, when people are not living the way they hope they would live, and here you is walking in with so much freedom and luxury, and you know, people gonna posture themselves a certain way. So therefore, you're gonna have to enjoy your life. You're gonna have to remove yourself from that energy and go enjoy your life.
But instead, it got even louder and nastier. Folks started dragging King, saying the baby didn't even look like him, that he was just using fatherhood as a prop to show off his grown man status. The comments turned ruthless, people clowning him for being blind to the obvious. King wasn't about to let that slide. He hopped online, posting pictures and calling the baby his twin, throwing side-by-side shots with captions like, "When all can tell me this ain't mine?" But the harder he tried to convince the internet, the more people pushed back.
If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any of my questions or make any statements. So my question to you is, I found just a non-felony in that ashtray in the back, as well as in that basketball sleeve. So I'm going to go over here and talk to these guys, and someone has to get charged with it. It's not you?
No, I'm not talking.
You're not going to talk to me? I gotcha. Do you have any questions for me?
I don't.
You need anything to go with you?
My phone.
Your phone? Where's your phone at?
In the car.
We're in the car.
You search you see.
I'm not looking for phones. I'm looking for drugs and guns.
Ask me where my phone is.
What kind of phone is it?
What color is your phone?
It's a clear case on it.
Doubters flooded the comments, refusing to buy into his claims, accusing him of fronting just to protect his image. And here's the real twist. This wasn't just about paternity anymore. It was about reputation, manhood, legacy, and how one scandal could drag an entire family dynasty into the mud. Because those same fans have been whispering for years that King was hiding something about his sexuality. The moment his baby mama got pregnant, the internet instantly twisted the story. The narrative became, oh, he's just trying to prove something.
I gotta say something about this, bro. Dwayne Wade, you going too fucking far, dog. That is a male. A 12-year-old. At 12, they don't even know what their next meal gonna be. They don't have it figured out yet. He might meet a woman, anything at 16 and fall in love with her. But it's be gone. How you gonna, like, bro, you going too far, dog. Don't cut his off, bro. Like, bro, for real. If he gonna be gay, let him be gay. But don't cut his off, bro.
And fast forward to this alleged tape dropping, those same people started digging up old receipts saying, see, this was the plan all along. Use a baby to kill the rumors. That's how wild the conversation got. Instead of silencing the whispers, fatherhood gave the trolls even more fuel to drag him. Every move King made, every picture he posted with the baby, only made people double down that it was all a cover-up. But let us be real. This isn't the first time King has been accused of fronting.
I ain't one of you niggas who have been to the penitentiary before, man. What happened when a motherfucker say somebody ain't right and they got there show their paperwork and they is right? What's the penalty for that? Can somebody tell me what is that punishable by? Somebody tell me that. See, most of you motherfuckers ain't never been in no trouble. Motherfuckers ain't never been nowhere. Anybody tell me. It been 20 years, bro. It been 20 years. I figure if I wasn't built like that, it'll show by now. It been 20 years, bro. I done faced every challenge motherfucker that like to throw at me, man. You ain't seen me fold. You ain't seen me break down yet. Matter of fact, I come out smelling too good, the way you nigga think something wrong.
For years, critics said he's been cosplaying the gangster life he never truly lived. He talks tough online, jumps into beefs, flashes his temper, and tries to act like he's cut from the trenches. But then folks look at the facts. He's T.I. and Tiny's son. He grew up around money, privilege, and security. A lot of his childhood was spent comfortably at his grandma E.S. house, not in the struggle he claims to represent. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but it doesn't exactly scream, I survived the streets. And when you've got that kind of background, yet constantly push the I'm really about it persona, people online are going to call you out. Add a leaked tape to the mix, and suddenly, every rumor about his authenticity, his sexuality, and his manhood gets thrown into one giant messy pot. That's the energy people keep throwing back at King. Go enjoy your life, instead of trying so hard to be something you were not. Every time he hops online yelling about being hood, the comments flood instantly. Be serious, bro. Fans and haters alike say he's forcing an image that doesn't fit him, and it makes his entire persona look shaky. It's almost like King is fighting two battles at once. On one side, trying to prove he's a grown man and a father. On the other, desperately convincing the world he's a hardened street figure. But instead of making him look solid, the weight of that double act is cracking him. The more he tries to prove it, the worse the public spiral gets. That spiral hit a boiling point when those infamous Waffle House videos went viral. King was caught on camera going off on employees, arguing loud, aggressive, wilding out over a fast food order like it was life or death. The internet went crazy. T.I. and Tiny's son, acting like this in public. The clips blew up, making him look unhinged and spoiled at the same time. Even T.I. couldn't ignore it. He went live the very next day, visibly frustrated, admitting he couldn't understand why his own son would stoop so low as to argue with a short-order cook. He revealed that he and King's uncle sat him down, trying to drill into him that this wasn't the way, that respect and composure matter more than fake toughness. But King wasn't listening. The more they tried to guide him, the harder he seemed to push back. He lives a life most people dream about. Fame, money, the Harris legacy. So why throw it all away acting reckless? That was the advice he kept hearing from family and OGs, but clearly, none of it stuck. Because soon after, King managed to spiral even further. In 2024, he got pulled over in Georgia, and what should have been a routine stop turned into another headline. Cops said he almost slammed into a squad car while pulling out of a gas station. They claimed the moment they walked up, they smelled weed reeking from his BMW, spotted a gun sitting right on his hip, and when they ran his info, that's when the hammer dropped. Turns out, King had an active warrant dating back to 2022, connected to speeding, driving with a suspended license, and even a DUI. He had been supposed to appear in court, but skipped, leaving the warrant hanging over him like a ticking time bomb. And that bomb finally went off. The arrest video blew up online, showing King cuffed, hands behind his back, being hauled straight to county jail. He kept calm in the footage, trying to play it cool, but fans? They weren't calm at all. To them, this was proof his life was spiraling way out of control, with no breaks in sight. Stack that arrest on top of the newly leaked tape rumors, the baby mama drama, and his desperate gangster image, and people started connecting the dots. The narrative became that everything, the baby, the beefs, the public blow-ups, wasn't about strength, it was about hiding something deeper. And now, the mask was starting to crack in front of the entire world. That's when Boosie jumped into the storm and everything got even messier. Instead of going after King directly, he took aim straight at T.I., making slick comments about his parenting. Fans instantly caught the shade and lit up the internet, because this wasn't just about King's chaos anymore. This was a chance to drag T.I.'s name through the mud in front of millions. Boosie stepping into King's scandal wasn't random gossip. It was a calculated chess move. These two have history, and everybody knows Boosie thrives off controversy. He's got a long track record of saying bold, reckless things, especially when it comes to sexuality. This is the same man who once found himself forced to issue a public apology to his own daughter, Iyanna, after his homophobic remarks went viral. Sure, he jumped on Instagram later and said he was sorry, but the streets knew he meant exactly what he said the first time. That's why when people saw him inserting himself into King's scandal, they immediately called him out for hypocrisy. The comments flew fast. How you clowning someone else's kid when your own family drama is public? For a lot of people, it looked like Boosie wasn't into really defending morals or principles. He was taking advantage of the moment to embarrass T.I., reignite old beef, and score cheap points at the Harris family's expense. And with King already drowning in scandals, Boosie's shade only made the entire situation look uglier, nastier, and way more personal. It felt less like a joke and way more like a direct jab at T.I. himself. And here's the kicker. Boosie ain't exactly living smooth right now either. He just cut a plea deal on federal gun charges, and depending on how the system plays it, he could still be staring down some serious time. So why was he even out here trolling King Harris? Because this wasn't about clout. It was about T.I. and a feud that's been simmering for years. To understand why Boosie couldn't resist throwing shade, you gotta rewind to when their beef first sparked. It all began when Boosie ran his mouth about Dwyane Wade's daughter, making harsh comments after she came out as transgender. The internet lit him up instantly, calling his remarks transphobic, and one of the loudest voices checking him was none other than Tip himself. T.I. jumped straight on Instagram, telling Boosie to mind his business and quit worrying about another man's kids. That moment planted the seed for tension that never stopped growing. Boosie wasn't about to take that L quietly. He fired back, accusing T.I. of being a snitch in his old federal gun case. That accusation hit a nerve because snitching is one of the dirtiest stains you can throw on a rapper's name. T.I. didn't stay silent. He clapped back, saying he wasn't about to let anyone disrespect his family, his legacy, or his name. And he made it clear he wasn't scared to go head-to-head with Boosie, anytime, anywhere. Fast forward to today, and with King's scandal blowing up, Boosie saw his opening. By shading T.I. through King, he wasn't just trolling, he was poking at old wounds, reigniting a feud that's been waiting to explode. From there, the shots just kept flying, louder, nastier, and way more personal. That summer, Boosie set his sights on T.I.'s parenting, dragging him after Tip admitted he once accompanied his daughter to the gynecologist. That revelation sparked major backlash across social media, and Boosie wasted no time piling on, blasting T.I. as controlling and out of touch. But Tip clapped back, firing shots of his own, saying Boosie was the last person who should ever be giving parenting advice. At that point, it stopped sounding like playful rap banter. This wasn't just slick comments. It was two grown men taking aim at each other as family credibility, their fatherhood, and their reputations as men. Every word carried more weight, and every insult cut deeper. For a second, it looked like things cooled off. Both went online, claiming there wasn't really any smoke, that the media was just stirring things up, and they were moving forward. But the peace didn't last long. By 2023, the feud lit back up like gasoline. This time, Boosie flipped the script, accusing T.I. of not standing up for him during his own legal drama. In Boosie's eyes, Tip was supposed to ride for him publicly, and when he didn't, Boosie treated it like betrayal. But T.I. wasn't having it. He shot back with zero hesitation, saying he wasn't babysitting another grown man, and he sure wasn't obligated to defend someone who kept disrespecting him in public. That's when everyone watching realized the truth. This wasn't clout chasing. This wasn't promo. This was real animosity. A personal grudge that had been building for years, and now King's scandals had poured fresh gasoline on the fire. Boosie had a grudge, and everybody knew it. Every chance he got, he was going to poke at T.I. So when King Harris's scandal hit the net, the timing was perfect for him. Boosie wasn't laughing at King just for fun. He saw an opening to humiliate Tip in front of the world, using King as the punchline. With King already drowning in internet rumors and viral drama, Boosie slid in like a snake, twisting the knife at the exact right moment. That's why fans instantly clocked it as shade at T.I., not really at King. And the people ate it up. Once Boosie spoke, the floodgates online burst wide open, and trolls rushed in on King like a feeding frenzy. Some of the comments got downright cruel. One user wrote, "He was always weird-looking to me. Too bad he took after Tiny and not Tip." That one hit hard, because folks have been clowning King's looks since he was a kid. Others piled on even worse, dragging him by comparing him to Sideshow Bob from The Simpsons. Memes started flying instantly, side-by-side pics plastered across Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, gaining traction in minutes. The jokes turned vicious, and the internet ran with it like wildfire, adding insult to scandal. But the comment that really flipped everything came when somebody posted, "King about to be queen." That one-liner went viral instantly, screenshotted, retweeted, stitched into TikToks, cementing the scandal not just as family drama, but as a cultural roast that turned King Harris into the internet's latest punching bag. That line didn't just clown King. It ripped open old wounds and reignited every conversation people had ever whispered about his identity. It threw gasoline on a fire that was already burning out of control. That's what makes this moment bigger than just some leaked video. It proves that no matter how many times King tries to prove himself, the internet never lets go of its favorite narratives. For years, every move he's made, having a baby, acting tough online, wilding out in public, has been spun into something else. Nothing he does ever seems to stand on its own. And now, with Boosie stirring the pot like only he can, the conversation morphed from simple gossip into something way deeper. The internet stopped looking at this as King A.'s personal drama and started framing it as a reflection of T.I.'s family, T.I.'s parenting, and the long-standing beef between Tip and Boosie. Think about it. Tip has spent years defending his image, holding together his legacy, keeping his family looking strong in the spotlight. And now, his son is front and center in a scandal that gives one of his biggest rivals the perfect ammo to drag him publicly. For Boosie, this wasn't about King's reputation. It was about embarrassing T.I. in the ugliest way possible. And the internet ate it all up, turning King into a punchline and T.I. into a target. So now the question isn't just about King Harris's choices. It's about whether T.I. can protect his family name from collapsing under the weight of internet ridicule and old rap beefs that refuse to die. Thanks for watching. If you want more breakdowns of hip-hop's wildest scandals and the family feuds behind them, keep the energy alive. Click one of the videos on your screen right now for more explosive content.